Welcome to the news desk. We start with the New York Jets running back Braelon Allen. The team released photos from voluntary workouts, and one is going viral, showing Allen looking absolutely jacked with a six-pack and sculpted arms. We dive into how his recent injury rehab is progressing, and whether the Jets truly believe he is the key cog they need for their 2026 rushing attack.
Stop using your finger for notes, sketches, and edits. This Jam Jake stylus pen gives your iPad a smoother, more precise writing feel with palm rejection so your hand can rest naturally on the screen. It charges fast, works for hours, and comes with replacement tips. Perfect for school, work, or creative projects. Check the link in the comments to grab it on Amazon.
Next up, we look at the New York Jets quarterback situation. We examine whether QB Cade Klubnik can actually live up to the hype surrounding his 2025 potential with the team. We'll also touch on the surrounding draft landscape, including reports on D'Angelo Pons and the overall landscape of rookie impact for the Jets. Now we turn to the broader NFL landscape. We explore what NFL executives are saying about which teams truly mined the best value from the recent draft, and we break down the significant moves the New York Jets made, including the acquisition of key talent like D'Angelo Pons and the strategic positioning for their quarterback room. Finally, we head to Winnipeg. We look at the fan survey results revealing why the Winnipeg Jets fell so far short of expectations this season, focusing on the urgency fans feel for changes and what the ultimate message is for the organization moving forward. Stay with us for more breaking news. New York Jets running back, Braelon Allen, is making a strong statement about his return and readiness for the upcoming season, following glimpses of his voluntary workouts that have circulated online. Photos from these sessions have captured Allen in impressive physical condition, showcasing a sculpted physique, including a visible six-pack and defined musculature, leading fans to describe him as jacked. This display of fitness has sparked discussions about his recovery and future role with the team. Allen recently faced a setback, suffering an MCL sprain during Week 4 of last season against the Miami Dolphins, which required surgery to repair. This injury sidelined him for the remainder of the season, raising questions about the progress of his rehabilitation and the Jets' confidence in his return. While head coach Aaron Glenn and Darren Mauji have offered responses, the team's draft strategy speaks volumes. The Jets' decision to select no running backs in the 2026 NFL Draft suggests a high expectation for Allen to be a central figure in their rushing attack next year, indicating the organization views him as a key component. At 22, Allen is still under contract for 2 more years on his $4.5 million rookie deal. His early career statistics include 110 carries for 410 yards and 3 rushing touchdowns, alongside 21 receptions for 165 yards and a receiving touchdown. Analysts have praised his balanced skill set, noting his ability to execute both finesse and physicality, with 69.5% of his yardage coming after contact in 2023. One observer compared his potential to that of Tyler Allgeier, highlighting his vision and third down potential. The offensive landscape remains fluid, with Allen set to work under a new offensive coordinator, Frank Reich, for the upcoming season. Meanwhile, the team's focus is also shifting with Breece Hall receiving the franchise tag, which is expected to significantly alter the offensive distribution. Despite Hall's increased role, there remains opportunities for Allen to contribute. As advice for the team, suggestions have been made to potentially limit Allen's involvement in kickoff returns moving forward. The New York Jets landscape is buzzing with speculation across multiple facets of the organization, from quarterback prospects to draft strategy and roster moves. Recent reporting highlights key storylines dominating fan and analyst discussions. At the center of the quarterback conversation is Cade Klubnik, with questions emerging about whether he can fulfill the hype surrounding him for the 2025 season. Meanwhile, the team's draft capital is under scrutiny, particularly concerning D'Angelo Pons, with analysis focused on his potential to succeed at the NFL level. Contract situations for established players remain a point of interest, as reports indicate that Breece Hall's long-term contract is not currently close for the Jets. Drafting outlooks are also active, with predictions surrounding the 2026 NFL Draft, where CBS Sports Roundtable discussions praise the Jets' early selections. Furthermore, the AFC landscape is fluid, with rumors swirling about potential draft targets including the Ravens, Dolphins, Patriots, Colts, and Bengals. Trade speculation is heating up, with links emerging suggesting the Jets could be involved in trade discussions for a polarizing Colts quarterback amid uncertainty surrounding Russell Wilson. Financial flexibility is also a major theme. The Jets' $110 million cap space is being cited as a premier landing spot for young quarterbacks, generating excitement among insiders. Roster depth and future planning are also critical topics. Reports indicate that Nahshon Wright will face a challenge in proving himself, while analysts are assessing the impact of rookie class, with questions raised about how many rookies will make a significant impact in 2026 and where. Specific attention is being paid to monitoring 3 rookies ahead of the upcoming minicamp, including a UDFA, alongside discussions about contract restructuring to secure a roster spot. The free agent market is also dynamic, with several players being identified as potential shakeups to the wide receiver depth chart, including a player with ties to Geno Smith. Looking toward the future draft, mock drafts for 2027 are predicting the Jets could land a quarterback who previously spurned them. Additionally, there is discussion regarding potential defensive reinforcements, with a free agent linebacker being suggested as a crucial piece for the defense. Finally, the team's offensive outlook includes assessing quarterback backup options, with suggestions for 4 potential targets following any developments concerning Russell Wilson and the status of draft picks like Omar Cooper Jr., who is considered a long shot for offensive rookie honors. The situation is complex, with numerous moving pieces defining the Jets' immediate and long-term trajectory. NFL executives are reflecting on the recent draft, with many suggesting the New York Jets emerged as the most significant beneficiary of the selections made. Analysts caution that true assessment of draft value often requires 2 to 4 seasons, as team trajectories and owner mandates vary widely. The report surveyed scouts, executives, and coaches to gauge the impact of the draft on franchise futures. General Manager Darren Mauji and his staff are highlighted for entering the draft with a clear vision. A key move was selecting Texas Tech's David Bailey at number 2, a premier pass rusher, alongside Kenyon Sadek at tight end at number 16, and acquiring wide receiver Omar Cooper in the first round while retaining significant draft capital for 2027. The Jets were frequently cited as the biggest winner, securing a developmental quarterback, depth in the trenches, and crucial competition in the cornerback room. One AFC scouting director stated the Jets helped themselves the most, noting they acquired top talent at multiple positions. These additions are expected to benefit head coach Aaron Glenn and the Jets' future quarterback prospects, as the team possesses multiple first-round picks. Key defensive additions include Bailey and cornerback D'Angelo Pons, whose physicality and performance were noted. Furthermore, the draft provided a lottery ticket at quarterback with the selection of Klubnik, a player whose potential could be significant if he develops. Beyond the rookies, the Jets bolstered their roster with veterans in free agency, including Minka Fitzpatrick and Demario Davis, alongside players like Dylan Parham and David Onyemata. Mauji's strategy aimed not only to raise the floor for the 2026 season, but also to initiate a personality transplant across the franchise. The ultimate goal is to create a situation where the quarterback in 2027 can focus on executing the system rather than carrying the entire organization. The report concludes that the Jets' draft is a foundational step in their pursuit of consistent contention in the AFC East. The Winnipeg Jets are facing intense scrutiny following a disappointing season, as revealed by a comprehensive fan survey. The results indicate a palpable sense of urgency among supporters, with 95% of respondents shifting from a happy sentiment last summer to a stark 17.2% following the playoff miss. Fans expressed a strong desire for the team to re-establish itself as a Stanley Cup contender, citing impatience with the current core, including Kevin Cheveldayoff, Scott Arniel, and the aging roster. Key concerns centered on consistency and roster construction. Many respondents suggested that management failed to acquire sufficient quality players. While off-ice engagement ranked first in fan satisfaction, the on-ice performance drew significant criticism. Specific feedback highlighted issues within the organizational structure, with some fans pointing to a leadership group lagging behind the modern NHL, citing decisions regarding roster building, the handling of prospects, and the perceived failure to integrate young talent. Regarding key personnel, the discussion focused heavily on the future of the team's top players. There was considerable debate surrounding Connor Hellebuyck's future, with 14.7% of respondents indicating they would like to see him shopped, primarily due to concerns about regression or the potential for a better return for the organization. Furthermore, the stagnation of young players in the AHL was a recurring theme, with fans expressing concern that opportunities for growth are not being adequately provided. Feedback on coaching and management was mixed. Some supporters felt the current leadership was navigating the challenges of the Winnipeg market effectively, while others strongly criticized the approach to roster building, suggesting a failure to develop prospects effectively. The survey also revealed a clear consensus that the Jets should not pursue a rebuild. The analysis pointed to specific areas needing immediate attention, including improvements in the forward core, the defense core, and goaltending performance, as the team's reliance on Hellebuyck was questioned given his recent statistical performance.